Good evening, everyone. Today is Tuesday, February 4th, and I want to welcome you all to this wonderful leadership call. My name is Miriam Kareem, and I want to take you a quick trip to the Newbie Corner. I was actually on a call right before this one with Tina Huerman, um, just kind of talking about some of the things that leaders do. And we were talking about goals and different things. And one of the things I said, I remember, um, how Tina would say, and Coach Will would say, and Coach Marcus would say at and Coach Sonic at the beginning of the week, Sunday, write out your goal for the week. Whatever you have that you need to do as far as your business, as far as how many reach outs. I'm so sorry about the noise in the background, family. But how many reach outs and things that you have to do, write all that stuff out so that you can stay on track. Well, guess who wasn't doing it? Wasn't doing it. And I see where a lot of the things I really have to, and I said a lot of times you get hesitant in doing something because you don't know what to do. Or um you might be afraid to maybe venture out to an area that you're not familiar with. Just do it. Just go ahead and write those goals down. That's my assignment for this evening. I hope that you all will be inspired to do that as well. If you haven't done it this Sunday, sit down and do it tonight of your goals for the week. Write those things out. If you have to block it out on your schedule. I remember I heard it someplace that your schedule is your boss. Your schedule
Right.
is your boss.
Mhm. Good
If
job.
if you're not, you don't have a boss, you have a schedule, you don't know what to do. You're just running around. Write everything out that you need to do. If you have to schedule it on your phone has an amazing, amazing scheduler, believe it or not. And I have my notifications with a cash register sound. So every time I hear that ching, I know I need to be doing something that's income producing. And that's just my little tip from the Newbie Corner. So now I would love to introduce you all to our teacher tonight, Coach Will Zanders. He is a seven-figure earner in the network marketing space. And he loves to have fun. He knows all of the information to get you where you need to be in your business. So, Coach Will Sanders, are you available, sir?
Hey, Miriam, can you
I
hear me
can,
okay?
yeah, I can hear you now.
Perfect. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, look, Miriam said it's not her call. It's about to be because Miriam be giving y'all straight gems. She's just being really humble. It's just part of who she is as a person. But what she told you about not just setting your goals, but also uh, about your schedule. Your schedule is your boss. Whenever you own your own business or whenever you're in a strategic partnership with the business, like we are with Marine Organics, and we're the marketing arm of the company, and everybody on this call, you own your own marketing business. You own your own marketing firm. It's your job not to dictate the pay plan. It's not to come out and create new and innovative products. The company handles all of that stuff. They keep up with the software, the bookkeeping, the taxes, and send you the forms and everything, and take care of your paperwork with the government. But you own your own marketing firm. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And with any business, if you don't open the doors and do income producing activity, it's like owning a Chick-fil-A, but never opening the door for customers or not doing any marketing or anything like that. And because our business is at this point probably 80% virtual, a lot of what you do is going to be in the social media online space, but never, never neglect the 20% of things you can do in real life, in the real world, with your neighbors and friends and family, coworkers, barber, anybody you are in contact with in the real world, not just the internet virtual world. That 20% is going to make you as much money as the 80% would. But your schedule is your boss. If you look at your calendar, even the one on your phone, and you ain't got nothing going on, you don't have no appointments on the books, no time that I'm supposed to post or get some samples into the marketplace and deliberately distribute your products into the marketplace to create customers, you're in business, but you won't be for long. Okay, so Miriam just brought up, again, as always, great points. So y'all show her some love. Thank you so much, Miriam, for those words of wisdom from the Newbie Corner, which is probably my favorite part of these calls, to be quite frank. I also want to give Coach Marcus a huge shout out on year six with the Green Organics family of companies. I remember when I joined, he was the go-to leader who knew as much as him nor I knew a lot when I joined. None of us really knew a lot, but he knew more than I did. And just want to thank him for his leadership and friendship over the years. Yeah, he knew nothing and I knew less than that. And I'm gonna tell y'all a quick story. Coach Marcus gave me some advice when I first got here about structure and strategy and building. And me, coming from another company, I was the #1 earner at that company. And I come over and I'm like, man, I ain't got to listen to what Marcus. I had never met him at the time. He was just being what a good leader would do. Hey, here's this new guy. We knew about each other from the industry circles, but he didn't try to micromanage or get all involved in my team or nothing like that. He just gave me some really great advice. And I didn't take that advice. Pride, I'm gonna tell you right now, pride made me say, man, I know more than that guy knows. Well, I didn't say that, but I said, I knew enough. I don't need to listen to what he's talking about. I know how to build a team and structure stuff and use the back office. And I made a mistake. Okay, I made a strategic mistake. And as of today, me not taking advice, me not being coachable, and this is over 5 years ago for me, but I've learned so much about being humble and being coachable and teachable from being here. Don't nobody know it all. I didn't take that advice from Coach. I I'm not doing it. That one thing, and I'm gonna tell you just one thing, that one strategic error in structure, strategy, placement, team building, and everything else that one mistake I made has cost me to this day over $800,000 in commissions. I'm gonna say that again because some people really don't take that story and don't listen to it. I didn't have a lot of rapport with Coach. I didn't know Coach Marcus. We had never met. He was giving me some advice, and pride prevented me from processing that information properly. And to this day, that one mistake, I'm gonna say it again because y'all gonna need to hear this, because sometimes your support team, a lot of companies call them upline, is gonna give you advice. And remember, at the time, Coach Marcus had already made over $4 million in network marketing. That was 5-6 years ago. I didn't listen. And that one mistake, that one prideful calculated error cost me over $800,000 and counting. It's what it is. I should have been way past $2 million. That's what I get. I could have paid for me and MJ's new home cash. Could have paid for this beautiful home cash if I had listened to Coach. So I really want you to think about that. What happened to my notes? That was crazy. My whole screen just went away. The devil is a liar. And so that's the point. That we could stop the call right there. We got a lot more to cover, but just understand that, ladies and gentlemen, when we give you advice, we give you coaching and teaching because we've already kind of been there, done that. We've made the mistakes, we've rebounded, we've made the money that everybody talks about in network marketing. We're not telling you anything that is not tested. We're not telling you anything that's not proven. We're not telling you anything that we don't know for sure works. We are, when someone like Coach Marcus is at the 6-year mark with a company and I'm at the 5.5-year mark, we're not telling you anything that we don't know works for sure. The company is not in the I wonder if this is going to work phase, or I wonder if the company is going to be around phase. I wonder if, I wonder if the products really do what they say they're going to do. Look, I wonder if the company is going to pay me my commissions, because I heard this other company, they closed and didn't pay the people what they were supposed to get. And we've heard all that. This company, the Green Organics family of companies, HB and Go Desana, the products, the pay plan, the coaching and teaching and leadership with people like Coach Marcus and others, it's not up for debate. It's not in the proving, testing phase. This is proven, tested information that can help you so very much. So that being said, thank you, Coach, man. I'm so glad you're here. If you wouldn't have built the team and sponsored the people you sponsored, I wouldn't be here. And Coach Marcus's sponsor quit. My sponsor quit, which is crazy because they would have made a boatload of money from us. And that being said, I want to give a shout out right now to a young lady who definitely didn't quit, and that's going to be Miss Charlotte Whitaker out of Roswell, Georgia, via Atlanta. We call her SARS. A lot of us just end up calling her Auntie. Kenya Wooden calls her Mom. Miss Charlotte didn't quit. Her sponsor quit. Miss Charlotte didn't quit. She saw the vision. She knew what the products were doing for people. She knew what she could accomplish here, and I just want to congratulate her on smashing over $100,000 in commissions. And if you've ever met her in person, you've ever been around her, you know her energy and her integrity is infectious. She's loved by everybody because she's earned it. She served the country, and now she's serving her community. And she's also, taking care of the people, the homeless and less fortunate in her community. She's adopted tons of kids that she takes care of, that she looks out for. But she's also adopted a lot of us. And there are very few people who, I get a lot of input and wisdom and advice from over the years. But Miss Charlotte is definitely one of those people, ladies and gentlemen. I want to congratulate her. I remember when she made her first $1,000. I remember when she made her first $1,000. Man, I'm just so proud of her. And if we weren't the type of leadership that will plant a flag, evaluate the company properly, and stay with the company because we know it's the best company on the planet, I wouldn't even be here to congratulate her on that. So that's just one of the things that makes me very, very excited to have the privilege to coach and teach here, and to have just a small part to play in people like Miss Charlotte's success. We told y'all 2025 was going to have multiple six-figure earners, and even our new friends like Gina Wilson, also out of Georgia in Miss Charlotte's team. Gina Wilson just achieved her first $1,000, and I cannot wait to congratulate Gina when she becomes a $100,000 earner in the future. So it's just exciting times ahead for the company. And as I told Coach Marcus earlier in one of our chats, the best is yet to come. The best is yet to come. So I'm just so excited for everybody on here. Just follow the lead, get in, plug in, stay in, come to the events, get the training, put the work in, and you'll be where Miss Charlotte's at as well. So that's so exciting. Also, let's do just a quick couple of event announcements because it is almost time. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are going to be joining us live or in person in Orlando, Florida, 2025, February 21st to the 23rd, ladies and gentlemen, put a 1 in the chat if you are going to be with us in Orlando. Our meet and greet Sunday night is going to be at a good friend of mine, Axe Throwing Venue, right outside of Orlando. And I'll post that address in the group chat. They have an amazing restaurant inside, amazing beverages for people who like adult beverages, lounges, couches, TVs. It's super, super laid out. May even have a DJ that night. And then on the other half of the facility, they have several axe throwing lanes. So for those of y'all who want to come and throw axes, because everybody's been messaging, we throwing axes again? Because apparently y'all had fun, I guess. But this particular venue is next level as far as the axe throwing that they have there. So you do not have to bring your own. They got the professional axes there for you. The boards are incredible. I heard Ed Banks and Tommy Waldron trying to compete for the title again, but Kendrell Dickerson said none of them going to beat him. Rick Burnett came in second or third last time. Richard Fuchs did as well. Jessica Hill was throwing some heat. A lot of people competed last time. And we're going to do it again. And this time I'm going to put up a cash prize for the winner. So if anybody who actually want to practice, we're going to throw it. I lost some cash. Some cash fell out my pocket the last time, and I didn't find it back. So what I'm going to do this time is I'm going to just take that same cash, and as opposed to losing it, we'll get either $100, $200, something like that. We're going to give that prizes to the winner. So if y'all want to compete, come on down, but practice because they're serious. You can bring your own if you want. I've been knowing that the owner of that facility for a while. We will both be competing at World Championships in Appleton. So hopefully I'll be beating him down out there. But it's a ton of great people there. And it's probably going to be, if they got the DJ that night, it's going to be a full house. So I don't know. It might be a full house. We're going to see. But even if you just want to relax, they got the couches and the TVs and everything, and you ain't got to do all of that. But it's a good time. We'll be there from 7 to 9 p.m. So if you want to come a little early, get a couple throws in, feel free. You will, if you're going to be throwing, you will have to cover the cost of entry to there for the time. But I'll have the lanes reserved and stuff like that. So that'll be really cool. Can you get on a plane with the axes? No, but you can put them in your check-in bag. If you do want to bring your own axes, you just need to wrap them up. I wrap mine up when I fly in big bath towels. I wrap them up so they don't shake around a lot and put them in there because axes are expensive. And you can put them in your check-in bag, and then they'll have a little note saying, "Hey, we checked the TSA stuff will be in there." But don't throw that TSA thing away, saying that they checked your bag. Leave it in there so when you fly back home, they're like, "Oh, they already checked it, and yeah, you'll be cool." But yeah, you just check your bag, and you'll be good to go. Okay. Now on Sunday, ladies and gentlemen, as much as I keep saying we're going to scale it back, um, yeah, we are on Sunday. I'm not even sure if I should announce this yet, but I probably will. In fact, you know what? I'll announce it next. I'll tell you about Sunday on Sunday's call. Let me not get too maybe too ahead of myself. But just know, please do not fly out on Sunday. Please stick around. Fly out on Monday or super late Sunday night, but do not miss Sunday if you're coming live and in person. And for everyone who's coming online, we have an amazing. We switched up the format a little bit. We have some amazing teachers that are going to be teaching on stage. Some for the first time, some you know very well. But it's going to be a great time. So just be there, be square, and let's dive into tonight's call. We've been doing great with getting these calls done in less than 7 hours. We've been averaging between 45 and 50 minutes, and I think we can knock that out again. Excuse me, tonight. So we've been talking about the last several weeks. We've been going through the must-haves for elite level confidence. Okay, elite level confidence in network marketing. And again, confidence in network marketing is very important because when people are first thinking about joining the business or even purchasing a product, they're really not buying the product per se. They don't know that if it works or not. They're not buying the pay plan. They've never gotten a check from Green Organics. They're buying you. Specifically, they're buying your confidence, your posture. They're buying your belief in what it is you're doing and how confident you are that the products do what they say they're going to do and the pay plan pays how it's supposed to pay. And so there are 6 must-haves for elite level confidence. And number 1 was all about self-talk. Self-talk is the number 1 must-have for confidence, according to all the cutting edge science and psychology, as well as spirituality from every great spiritual text that's ever been written. It's going to be about your self-talk, which is really breaks down to your self-thought and the thoughts that you choose to think about yourself and your situation. The second one we covered in week 2 was going to be don't wait, do. Okay, don't wait for the results to make you feel confident so you can take more action. You can just be confident now, and being confident now and doing confidence, having the mindset of confidence before the results come is really going to set you up for success for all the reasons we talked about. In a nutshell, do confidence. Do not wait for the external validation and judgment of other people to make you feel confident. Okay, which brought us into week 3. And the third must-have for elite level confidence was act confident, don't feel. Okay, too many of us are going to, if we're in a good mood and we feel good, we'll go to the gym, not realizing that sometimes we don't feel good because we don't go to the gym, right? Or if we feel good, we'll build our business that day. You can just invert that, and that's what we learned in week 3 was you can act first, then feel. You don't have to do what 70-80% of people do, which is however they feel. I feel sleepy, I'm going to bed. I feel sleepy, I'm not going to build my business. You can flip that and do what the 20% does. The top 20% of people who are going to succeed in this world, we are going to act, then feel. You know, if you just make it to the gym, if you just make it, you're going to feel like an athlete. You're going to feel like working out. You're already there. You may as well do something, right? Even with your business, if you put your products into the marketplace, you make the posts that you've been scared to post, if you get your samples out there, if you invest in your business, just take the actions, and then you're going to feel like a top earner. And the feeling is the secret. Okay, that's again in every great spiritual text that's ever been written. So this week brings us to week 4. All right, look, Lynn said he made himself go today. He's glad he did. That's how to do confidence. Okay, we act, then we feel. Okay, so in week 4, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be covering the ABCs of elite level confidence. And these are fun. I think my funnest part that I like is probably part 5, but this was really good too. This is going to be the ABCs of confidence. This is elite level confidence. And the ABCs are going to be, I'm going to give you the mnemonics for those momentarily. But this is my question. Have you ever been in a situation where you wanted to be confident, but you felt that hesitation, that fear, that anxiety creeping in, but it's really time to perform or time to talk to the person, but you've just kind of felt the feet, you want to act, but just the state that you're in emotionally is just holding you back. It's a lot of fear, a lot of hesitation, a lot of anxiety. Now, we've all been there, by the way. We're going to have a solution. The ABCs of confidence is your solution for that, okay? But just understand, confidence isn't luck. It's not genetics. Confidence is a learnable skill that's built through action. So today we're going to be diving into the ABCs of confidence, and the A is going to stand for act big. Okay, the A is going to stand for act big. All right. And when I say act big, I mean motion creates emotion. All right. There were actually studies done. I'm pretty sure it was at Harvard, and a lady named Amy Cuddy was doing a researcher named Amy Cuddy was doing research at Harvard on how holding a particular pose for 2 minutes increased dominance, positive hormones in the brain, confidence, and the desire to take risks. And that's called, in the Harvard study, you can look this stuff up, it's called the Superman pose. And you take both of your hands that are open, you put them on your waist, okay? And you have a big posture, just like how Superman stands with his feet shoulder width apart, hands on his hips, just looking right there. You keep your hands on your hips for about 2 minutes, and it's going to literally physically increase your confidence, your risk taking, the mental thoughts of confidence in your mind and dominance and things of that nature. It's very, very important. So I did a deep, because that posture, it directly impacts your confidence and hormone levels. Now, I did a deep dive on the research for you, so I'm gonna break it down for you. And that's one of the things that you should start doing. Jessica just mentioned it. In the morning when you wake up, I don't care what you think you look like. Stay in the mirror, put your hands on your hips, 2 minutes, set your clock or your alarm if you need to, and that is going to give you a lot of confidence to start your day. If you have a public speaking event or something you got to do, you can just go into the bathroom. Go ahead and go into the stall. And you can do that for 2 minutes, and you'll walk right out the stall. You'll walk right out the phone booth like Superman, and you will feel more confidence. I do it all the time, by the way, especially at AXE tournaments. But let me tell you why it works. Or I had to do a deep dive on the research for you on this one, okay? Now, understand that your body is a large electrical battery that is like 80, 90% water. But that's why you need electrolytes, and that's why when people have a heart attack, they put the paddles on, clear, and then they shock them, and they wake back up, the defibrillators. Your body is a wet battery of sorts on a physical level. And what happens is there are electrical signals that are traversing all around your body, just like an electrical circuit. That's kind of why it's called the circulatory system, okay? So there are electrical signals going around your body 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And if they ever stop, you die. So they're going on right now. Now, in your hands, because of the way your hands are built, those electrical signals are going all the way down the shoulder, all the way around the hand, up each finger, back across the palm, back down, all the way across the body. And those electrical signals are so strong that if you look at your hand, you see these lines? Don't they look like sear marks? Kind of like a burn, so to speak. Like if you took a hanger that was really hot and you grabbed that hanger and hold it and it sizzled, a couple days later, you'd have a line just like that. These lines are not just where your fingers bend. This is where the electrical signals have running, and they come around twice when they get to your hands. So your hands get double, okay, double the electrical current as any other part of your body. This is a lot of times why we have static electricity when you walk across a carpet and then touch something, or even when you shake another person's hand and sometimes you feel a spark. Everyone's experienced that before. If you ever shake someone's hand or touch somebody and you got shocked or they got shocked, literally with electricity, put a 1 in the chat if that's ever happened to you. Okay, that happened to everybody. Now, here's the thing. With the electricity that runs throughout your body, there are certain, I'm not even gonna call them secrets, they're all out there in science, but these have been known for other cultures and civilizations for thousands of years. When your fingers touch each other, okay, that creates a closed loop. Okay, so if I have electricity pulsing through each of my fingers, when I close them together like that, that's going to create a circle of current. Okay, the different electrical signals there's a whole books and books and research on this stuff. Those electrical signals are going to activate different parts of your brain. So when you take both your hands, and the electricity will go through clothes, by the way, so you don't have to be touching bare skin, but it does help. When you take your hands and you put them on your hips, you are putting a lot of electrical current, subtle energy into the body at those 2 points on your hip. And it's creating a huge, huge circuit of electrical current that activates the part of your brains that governs confidence, dominance, positive mood hormones, and even the ability and desire to want to take risks. It's the strangest thing. So this is actually rooted in science, not just mumbo jumbo. But that Harvard University study was fascinating. And if you want to check it out, check it out. But you want to act big. It's all going to be about your posture. And you can ask yourself, if I was already at the elite level, if I was already at the level of a Charlotte Whitaker, and I'm speaking in front of the room, and I'm a six-figure earner in network marketing, which is something that less than 3% of people ever accomplish, and I'm teaching other people how to do the same thing because I've already did it, how would I be acting? How would my confidence be right now? And I didn't say lie to people. I just said have big posture and big energy. Okay. If you saw Miss Charlotte at our meeting we just did in Roswell, Georgia, which was amazing, by the way. Shout out to everybody who came. Kenya and Derek Jamot and Miss Charlotte did an incredible job. And Isaac Williams did an incredible job at that meeting. If you notice, Miss Charlotte was sitting in a chair for her part of the teaching, but she still had big energy, big posture, had the whole room captivated as always. And she's a person who always qualifies for that A, which is act big. So when you walk into a room, you walk in like a leader. You on a sales call, you speak with certainty. Okay, when you're sitting in a chair, it's hip. You don't want to be all slouchy. Head up, chest out. You're very attentive. You're aware of what's going on. That's leadership posture. You want to stand tall and maintain eye contact and just own your space. Own your space. Own the conversation. Okay. Now, and again, try it in the morning. Yeah, she was sick. You couldn't even tell. All right. That's how much energy she had. So in the morning, try the Superman pose for 2 minutes. All right. And that'll be, you feel the difference in confidence and energy. Now let's move on to B. Okay. The B in the ABCs of confidence, B is going to stand for breathe big. Okay. We talked about act big. Now it's going to be breathe big. Okay. Breathing big is really about if you control your breath, you control your emotions. Okay. And a lot of elite level athletes know why breathing is the hidden key to confidence at elite levels for athletes and boxers and things like that. Now, when you're in a state of anxiety and fear, like think about the scary movies when the person's running from the kill in the woods and they hide it behind a tree, the person who just got behind the tree is like this. There's a real sharp, shallow breathing. Your heart's racing, the muscles are all tense. Pro athletes and fighters and top tier network marketers and things of that nature, singers even, we've all learned to, even intuitively, okay, to master breath control so you can stay calm under pressure. If you watch any NBA, NFL, UFC event, anything like that, an axe throwing tournament, okay, for the champions anyway, before the shot or before the throw, before the fight or in between rounds, they're taking very, very deep breaths to reset, okay? So we're going to practice one of the confidence breath exercises now. You can play along at home if you like. Yeah, shooting free throws for sure. You can see them. They got the ball and they go, they loosen up a little bit and then they shoot. Yeah, same thing with shooting guns. It's just how it is. Now, the breathing exercise, this is one that I learned back when I was doing competitive martial arts for many years, and I still use it at axe tournaments, especially at tournaments. And I can tell sometimes if my throw's a little off, it's because I didn't get my breathing right first, okay? Now, this is going to be called the 4-8-4-8 confidence breath exercise, right? That's just what I call it. I don't know if it has a name or not, but this is what I've been doing for years. And a lot of professional athletes and martial artists, and you can do it too. And I think it'll work really well for you. Yeah, Francine's correct. We never breathe enough. You can survive for days without water. You can survive for weeks and even months without food. But air, you're done in a couple of minutes no matter what, okay? So the first part is you're going to inhale for 4 seconds. But understand when I say inhale, I don't mean breathing and inhale. This is actually the most important part, is learning how to breathe using the bottom half of your lungs. So when you're inhaling, you're going to inhale through your nose with your mouth closed. But as you inhale, you're going to fill up your stomach with air. You're not actually filling up your stomach with air, but that's how it feels when you are breathing using your lower lungs. So let's try that first part first. And you're going to inhale very slow, and you're going to pull in as much oxygen as possible, but you're going to fill up your stomach with air. What does that mean? You're using the lower, yep, you're right, Miriam. You're using the lower chamber of your lungs, and it should take about 4 seconds to get all that oxygen, all that good O2 into there, okay? Okay, now we didn't do the second part, but you took about 4 seconds to breathe. You inhale, and you're gonna make your chest huge with air. You're really gonna inhale, and yeah, you're using your diaphragm. You're gonna make your chest as big as you can because you're opening up that lung capacity. Now, before we move on to the second part, which is going to be holding your breath for 8 seconds. It's 4, 8, 4, 8. You're going to hold your breath for 8 seconds. Before you do that, I want to tell you a story that I learned. I learned about this from a doctor that we were working with in network marketing and using the products and everything. He was telling me about a patient who came in. He was a surgeon. A patient who came in, and the patient had to have like some of their lung removed. It was some type of lung cancer. They were a lifelong smoker or something like that, but the bottom part of their lungs was rotted away from cancer or something, like some bottom piece of their lungs. And they were all stressed out with the doctor. The doctor's like, hey, gotta take off some of your lung because this is a real thing. Everybody knows that now about long-term smoking. And so the person starts flipping out, like, oh, I don't want to get none of my lung removed. I need the doctor said, don't worry about it. It's too late now. Can't redeem that. But here's the point. The doctor said, don't worry about it. Most people never use the bottom half of their lungs anyway. He said most people, that as a medical doctor surgeon, he said most people don't use the bottom half of their lungs anyway. Truth. And I'm like, wow, and so it really just resonated with me to do that deep breathing, use the bottom half of your lungs. So here it is. So we inhale for 4 seconds. We exhale for we hold it for 8 seconds. We exhale out of the mouth for 4 seconds. And then after you get all the air out of your lungs, that's the best part. You're gonna hold and not inhale. You're gonna hold, you don't have any breath to hold, but you're gonna tighten everything, and you're not gonna inhale any air. Once you empty out your lungs, you are not going to inhale for 8 seconds. So it's 4, 8, 4, 8. It's an advanced box breathing technique that martial artists use. Okay, so let's try it together. We'll inhale for 4 seconds. Get ready. Through the nose. And there you have it. Okay, listen, I feel calmer already. The excitement left my anxiety. I'm right there. I feel, how many people feel a little bit calmer already? Okay, I can even hear it in my voice. My energy level just went way down, way relaxed. Okay, and now I can move forward with confidence and calmness because the anxiety is gone. Okay, see everybody, yeah, right. That was fun. That was fun. So now what you'll be doing, yeah, Roz, right? A definite release. All right, now because I'm breathing regularly now, my energy will probably pick up as we go for the rest of the call. But in the morning, you can hold the Superman pose posture for 2 minutes and then do that little 30-some second breathing exercise. Yeah, the nitric oxide is there, right? And then you'll be starting your morning off with a 2.5 minute routine. That's amazing. You can go to work, check in at your desk or your cubicle, go to the bathroom, do your exercise in the bathroom stall, power Superman pose, then do your breathing separately, and then and keep rolling. In fact, you might be able to do them both at the same time. I don't know. I'm gonna try that tomorrow. Okay, but that's going to slow your heart rate. It's going to reduce cortisol, and cortisol is going to be the stress hormone that destroys your muscle and increases your body fat. So you're actually losing weight through breathing while by reducing your cortisol and stress in the moment, and it's going to bring instant calm and control. So that was one. Thank you all for playing along. Okay. You can do 2 or 3 rounds of that in the morning if you want, but I'm pretty sure everybody feels more in control and more focused. And that's going to move us on to C. And we're going to be finishing up the call with C out of the ABCs of elite level confidence. Act big, breathe big, and last but definitely not least, it's going to be commit big. Okay, you want to commit big. Now, the only oh yeah, you can do it anytime during the day, Jess. Anytime that you want to, you do it. I'm gonna start doing that before bed. I'm super relaxed right now. Now, here's the thing about commit big. Okay, we're gonna act big. We're gonna breathe big. Okay, just like the pro athletes do, and we're gonna commit big. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the only moment that matters is right now. Okay, the only moment that matters is right now. The past is gone. It ain't never coming back. The future is not here yet. And when the future gets here, it's the present. It's right now. So the future never actually exists because by the time the future gets here, it is now. So the only moment that ever is really going to matter is right now. So I'm going to ask you on a level of 1 to 5. 1 is going to be the lowest level of possible, and 5 is going to be the top level. I've been going all out all day. I'm all in this, no doubt. Gauge the size of your commitment right now and put that in the chat. 1, as far as your commitment to your business. 1, I'm not even here on the Zoom, Will. This is AI. I'm fake, right? I don't have no products, no auto ship, nothing. 5 is going to be top tier. I'm 100 B viewable companies. I'm at all the events. I even got a part-time job doing DoorDash just to make sure I have extra money for my products to get into my samples, into the marketplace and everything else. So we're going to have a 1 through 5, okay? A 1 through 5. And I'm not going through the numbers. It doesn't matter what. You need to know what this is as far as your level of commitment. You got to be real. You got to know what your level of commitment is for you, because I don't even have to look at the chat. I can tell you, Charlotte Whitaker is a 5. Marcus is a 5, okay? And anybody else that's a 5, I know they're going to end up where Marcus and Charlotte are, because that's kind of what it takes. Now, here's the point. You don't have to be at a 5. And I want to really explain something important to you, because a lot of people get involved in network marketing because, they see us really edifying the top earners and the coaches and the amazing product testimonies. I need y'all to understand from a leadership standpoint, some people on your team are not here to achieve what Coach Marcus and Coach Charlotte are achieving. Some people didn't come here to do what I did, which is to make millions and millions of dollars and live the life of my dreams and ball out of control. Some people didn't come here to do that. Some people come here because the community that we have, the inclusive community and the information that we have and the time that we spend together as a Green Organics family, because they're here for that. They're here to hang out with you and me and themselves, and they learn and grow as people, and they develop these incredible relationships, and they get to do things that people who aren't in network marketing don't get a chance to do. People don't get a chance to go to Vegas and hang out at the casino in top penthouses, billion-dollar owners stay there too, and all types of stuff. A lot of people never get a chance to have these type of fun experiences outside of network marketing. So I want you to know, if you're a 2 or 3 or a 4 even, it's totally cool. We are excited that you're here, and there's nothing wrong with saying, I just want to make eventually like extra $3,000 a month or $2,500 maybe. A lot of people be very happy with that, because that's what they're here for. And one of the best leadership lessons I ever had to learn was to kind of meet people where they are. Everybody's not trying to be diamond tomorrow and all this type of other stuff. A lot of people are, and we had to go do it to show those people how it could be done. But there is absolutely nothing wrong with having a 10 BV auto ship for a couple of products, or it's just some stuff that you use around the house. And then you just hop on the Zoom and learn, because we learn about the human body. We learn about taxes here. We learn about spirituality and personal development and growth. We even learn about Harvard studies. There is a ton of great information and community and family and camaraderie that you have here that you probably don't have at your job, or it's like a little family reunion 3 times a year. So just understand that commit big is going to be unique to the person. So commit big for me look way different than someone who's admittedly a 1 or a 2, but it's not to say that they're not getting everything out of the network marketing business and our team and our products and our community that they don't want to, that they're not going to get anywhere else. So that's very exciting. So remember, the size of your commitment, when I say commit big, that can be you just making $30,000 a year one day just so you can quit your full-time job and stay home with your kids. It has nothing to do with Benzes and BMWs and luxury vacation. Got nothing to do with none of that. It can just be that. You can always change. But just understand, commit big is going to be unique to you. All right. And you have to honor and respect people's decisions. And if a person is not coming to Orlando in person, or If they're not attending online, guess what? That's just a sign of their level of commitment, and there's nothing wrong with that. We give more value on the free Zooms that myself and all the coaches and leaders do on a weekly basis than network marketing companies that are charging $500 for a ticket in nosebleeds to the events. I kid you not. And you can't even talk to the top earners at the company. So Commit Big is going to be all I hear. Now here we go. All right. Now we're going to dive into Commit Big for my top earner, my future top earners out there. All right. That's we're going to talk about Commit Big now. We got everybody covered. Everybody's good. We love everybody. But here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, when we're talking about committing big from a top earner standpoint, we're talking about committing big from a standpoint of Charlotte Whitaker saying, all right, well, I'm ready to go to $250,000. 100,000, got it. Kenya's going to be next. Corey, Gina, Roz, Carolyn, look, my whole team's going to be coming through. I'm ready to do $250,000. I got to show them it can be done. Number one in Commit Big, okay, is product of the product. You got to understand that. I'm not going to go in depth about it, but ladies and gentlemen, just understand, as Kenya Wooden says so expertly well, when she's doing teaching, she'll tell you, when you make that first $300 at GoDasana, please don't think that's to go to the movies and get a daiquiri with. That's so you can get your auto ship up to 100 BV. That's what that's for. So you can reinvest in your business, get more products, and the ones that you aren't using, you're not supposed to be stockpiling products. You're supposed to be sampling those products, getting those products out into the marketplace. Okay. That's what that is. That's what the extra products are there for. The extra bottles of essential oil or the extra slimmer 7-day supply. That's for you to get products into the marketplace. You can sell them or give them away to create customers. Okay, that's what that's there for. And once you make $500 to $1,000 with GoDasana, it is a no-brainer to be at 100 BV with HBN. You're supposed to be reinvesting into your business because that's what all business owners do. Ask anybody you know who owns a business and say, how long did it take you in the business to turn a profit versus how long did it take you to start making money? They'll tell you, I started making money very quickly in my business. Oh, but I didn't turn a profit for 2 years because they're reinvesting into the business to get it to a point where it runs on autopilot. So number one, for my people who are at a 5, I want to salute you for being at 100 BV with HBN and GoDasana on the first of the month, because that's how you're reinvesting into your business. And as we'll be teaching the pay plan at a way high advanced level in Orlando, the online folks are going to love that. We're going to be teaching pay plan at a level we have never taught it on a Zoom live anything ever before. It's some black belt ninja pay plan stuff about HBN and GoDasana that a lot of y'all don't know, but it's going to help you get to your income goals a lot faster, 300-400% faster. It's amazing. Okay. But you got to be at that level, you got to be at the 100 to really take advantage of what it is. But y'all are going to love it, I assure you. Okay. Now, next, we weren't going to teach that until we had so many 6-figure earners that we lose track. We wanted to get to a point where we've proven this stuff so much that it is beyond reproach, it's beyond debate. This is how the money gets made, and you're going to learn that in Orlando. Now, and the reason why we don't do it, the calls are too short to do a deep dive, and we can't really take you by the hand and address your questions like we can when you're in person with us. So it's going to be great. Now, the second part of big commitment, of committing big, okay, is going to be to eliminate distractions and hesitation. Now, this is very important because most confidence issues come from living in the past. Now, again, the only moment that matters is now. A lot of confidence issues come from living in the past, like mistakes and regrets, or even living in the future, which is fear of what if. What if this happens? Or what if I don't succeed? That will literally cripple you in the present moment, which is the only moment you have. So the confidence issues are going to come from two places: living in the past or living in the future in your head. So true confidence is going to be built when you commit to not just being 100% committed, but 100% present. You see, right now, ladies and gentlemen, I don't have fear of public speaking because I'm live in action in the moment. Now, before the call, I might have been real nervous. Well, I've done thousands of these, but before I started doing that, real nervous. Do we have everything together? Do you check the lighting? Is everything good? Who cares? Just do it. Like Nike, right? Just do it, right? That's what you got to understand. You have to commit to being 100% present in the moment. Now, before you have a moment, I don't care if it's a call, a meeting, you're doing a presentation, you're about to shoot the basketball, whatever it is, you got to say to yourself, The past doesn't exist. The future doesn't exist. I only have now. Okay? The past doesn't exist. The future doesn't exist. I only have now. All right? So that's part of the morning routine that we'll have. Okay? Today's the only day you got. Okay? Hands on your hips, Superman pose, 2 minutes. You do your deep box breathing, maybe 2 or 3 times. That should take you maybe a minute, minute and a half, 2 or 3 rounds of your 4-8-4-8 breathing. And then just say it to yourself in the mirror before you start your day. The past doesn't exist. The future doesn't exist. I only have today. Okay? Or if you're right about to do something, okay, you're at the free throw line, you're dribbling. I breathe, I get my breathing down. The past doesn't exist. The future doesn't exist. I only have now. And I breathe. And I'm fully grounded. I'm fully present in the now. The Bible even says today is the day and now is the time. What time is it? Now. It's the only time it'll ever be. Okay? So that's really what it is. And really get that deep down, deep in your core. Okay? The past doesn't exist. The future doesn't exist. I only have today. That's all you got. You got to do what you can. Confident people, they act big, they commit big, they breathe big, and they're fully present in the moment. That's part of big commitment, is being committed to the moment. Okay? That's really what it is. So act big. We'll wrap it up. Act big is all about posture and movement, shaping your confidence. I want you to start doing that in the morning. Okay? Breathe big. It's all about breath control. And breath control equals emotion control. You should start doing that in the morning, or even before bed, or even before you got a big moment or something you got to do. And then commit big. If you're already maxed out, product of the product, I love it. Let's go. If you're already going to the event, you're online or in person, I love it. Let's go. Some people need to go to the pawn shop and sell them video games you ain't playing so you can get money to get on in the online stream for the event. Some people got to just take your commitment for a 2 to like a 3.5. That'll change your business fair. You can get right there from a 3 to like just to a 4. You cooking with gas now. And that's the reality. But the biggest part of the commit big is going to be staying present, committing fully, and understand the past doesn't exist. The future doesn't exist. I only have now. And you have to take action in the now and feel present in the now. And you're going to start to feel more and more confident. But don't worry. Part 5 is going to just, again, put another layer on the cake. You're absolutely going to love it. But that brought us through parts 1 through 4 of the Elite Level Confidence series for network marketing. And remember, confidence isn't something you wait for. It's something you create through thought and action. So your thoughts, your self-talk, your breathing, your posture, the things that you can control to make sure your business is at another level. And we'll wrap this up with a cool mnemonic that just came to me before I was hopping on the call. Is that the people who are going to win, ladies and gentlemen, are going to be the people who lead. And of course, that makes sense because everyone should be striving to become a leader in their own right. But when I say lead, I mean L-E-A-D, and the L is going to stand for learn. All right, the L is going to stand for learn. Learning this information, I want to commend you. I want to thank you for making the investment of your time tonight, which is more valuable than money, by the way. And even if you're watching this on replay, because you had some prior obligations and things like that, I want to thank you on behalf of yourself for taking the time to learn the information, because the people who win are going to be the people who L-E-A-D lead, and L stands for learn. The E in lead is going to stand for evolve. Ladies and gentlemen, at some point, if you want to win, you're going to have to evolve. You might have to change your eating habits a little bit. You might have to double down on your business. You might have to find some time to learn some more information. Or once you learn one thing and you're maxed out there, you might have to go learn some new skills. Rasan and Isaac are great at just acquiring new skills. You can see that growth. Every time I see them in Kenya, and Derek Jamont and Lynette, Richard Fritzler, every time I see them, they're just a little bit bigger energetically. They've been working on something. They're evolving, and they're becoming the type of person that they always said that they could be. People who win are going to be people who evolve. They can adapt. They can roll with the punches. They can pivot. If something bad happens, if the sponsor quits, they're going to evolve and grow and take care of it. They are going to evolve and grow over time. So learn, and then people are going to evolve. The A is going to stand for align. And this is very important. We got Align Essential Oil. It's never far from me. Just know that. Align, you're going to have to align your thoughts and words and actions with your goals. A lot of people's thoughts and their words and actions don't align with their goals. There's a buddy of mine, he's going to be competing at World Championships, but every time I talk to him, man, I don't know why I'm even going. I'm probably not going to win. I don't know why I'm even going. I'm not going to win. His goals are to win, but his thoughts and words are all about losing and defeat. Okay. Your thoughts and your words have to align with your goals. Your actions have to align with your goals. If you have the goals of becoming a top earner, but you're not acting big, breathing big, committing big, your actions are not aligned with the goals that you're talking about. You're out of alignment. Okay. You're out of alignment. You're what the word would call double minded. That's not good. That'll never work. So the people who win are the people who lead. They learn, they evolve, and evolving is all about adapting and pivoting whenever necessary to get to the goal. They are aligned. Okay. They are aligned. Their thoughts and words and goals are aligned. Okay. Just understand that. And last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, the people who win, LEAD, learn, evolve, align. The D stands for deliver. At the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, we are in business. The people who win are the people who deliver. If Kenya says we got a meeting today and the room is going to be this and that and the third, Coach Marcus just said in-person tickets are sold out. Yes, they are sold out. Get them anyway and come, because there's always at least 4 or 5 people who either don't come or we got some extra chairs somewhere. But I highly, yeah, you missed out on the early bird tickets for $40. Sorry about that. But dive in and get the ticket. Just be there if you can get there in person, because that $97 money or that investment of time that you spend, it's going to make you money. Okay. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. We've had people come into the event and they learn so much and they feel so big about it. The energy so high. They say, well, I will not come back to an event until I'm a diamond distributor with the company, until I've hit 25K or 40K or 50K. And guess what? More often than not, when they come back to the next event, they're at that goal and we recognize them as a diamond or 25, 50K, 100K. It's so crazy to watch it, but that's why our belief is so big. Yeah, Jessica said it, the events are worth way more than any sum of money we could charge, but $97 is based on how expensive everything is. I was talking to Coach Marcus and Paula yesterday, doing the budget and everything, and I'm like, yep, I'm still footing about 80% of this out of pocket. It's just what it is. We just love y'all so much. We're going to continue to pour into you. And Coach Marcus is always kind and always contributes as well. And even Paula contributed some to the last event to make sure I didn't go all the way broke spoiling y'all. But it is just such a wonderful time to see people there. But the D stands for deliver, ladies and gentlemen. At the end of the day, if you're a winner and you're confident, you are going to make sure that you're learning, evolving, make sure that you're aligned. But if you're doing all of that, once you start taking action, you got to deliver. You got to deliver the goods. When the kids get home from school and they need dinner, somehow mama just delivered. She's like, even when my mom was broke, some of y'all parents, y'all know how it is sometimes. Your kids never know how broke you are. Why? Because you always deliver. You make it happen. Network marketing energy is no different. It's no different. I remember our first event we were supposed to go to. We drove cross country, 14 of us in a 15-passenger van, and we drove over 20 hours from New Orleans, Louisiana, picking up people along the way, all the way to Anaheim, Salt Lake City for that one. My first event, Salt Lake City, Utah. That's over 10, 12 years ago. But whatever it took, we were going to deliver the goods to our team, to our customers, and more importantly, for our family, friends, and for ourselves. Okay, so you got to be about doing, you got to be about the action, you got to be about deliver the goods. If you say you're going to do it, you got to do it, you got to do it right. That's part of our leadership. And shout out to Melissa as well. We got a new member on the call. Shout out to Melissa. Y'all show her some love in the chat. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we finished this one up early. Shocker, 5 in a row. We're going to keep the streak going. Thank Miriam and thank Marcus as well for this particular call, for putting these calls together. We will see you. We got all week long. I think we got Coach Sonic on Wednesday. We got Tina and Marcus on Thursday. Some of my favorite coaches all week long. Nobody's training on Friday. Coach Marcus Saturday night. I will see y'all again on Sunday for a fun one. And then next Tuesday, we are going to have part 5 of 6 of the must-haves for elite level confidence. So do not miss that one. You can even apply these confidence tips and everything to sports and those young athletes, those high school and junior high athletes that y'all are raising. You can even apply a lot of these parts of confidence to helping them become better athletes and students as well. Okay, let me see, Coach Marcus. We need to put anything in the comments as we wrap up. I'm just glad we out of here early. It makes me very happy. Oh, Kimberly's doing a special training tomorrow at 4 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern. Coach Kimberly, and anybody who doesn't know Coach Kimberly is a gem. She's an industry icon, absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. One of the top earners with the company, the first 6-figure earner at HBN ever. She's doing the training tomorrow. I wouldn't miss that one. I have no idea what it's on, Linda, but I'm gonna make sure that I can make it. All right. But y'all have a good night, ladies and gentlemen. I love you so much. God bless you, and we will see y'all in Orlando.